Wellington for the dream start.
Welcome to another episode. My name is Dean Vassy. You can find me on X at #Kangas, Instagram #Kangaroos podcast. Tonight, I welcome back the lovely ladies, Claire, Cozzy, Jacinta. Welcome to the show. We're here to talk about the AFLW. I know it's been a few days since they played. It feels like a long time between drinks, but had a couple of things on over the last few days, but it's good to be back tonight. But before we get to the AFLW, there was some news with the men's program today. A few delistings, and we've shared a few tears off air, Claire and Jacinta. Not so much over Darcy Tucker or Geordie Payne, but a little bit sad to see Will Phillips go. Jacinta, I might as well start with you. I think we mentioned off air, he puts his heart and soul into the club and, bleeds blue and white. So a little bit sad that we couldn't give him another year and we had to let him go.
Yeah. First, thanks for having me, Dean, and sorry for the if there's any coughing fits that happen. I am coming off a cold. But yeah, I guess everyone knew it was coming, but I just can't believe that no club went for him when there were so many average players that just went around this trade period. No offense to Tom Campbell, but the fact that he's got another contract at another club and Will Phil is just there left to right. Even Finbar, who I actually really like, but he gets offered a contract at Adelaide and we get a third rounder for him, and still there's nothing for Will Phil. Sam Flanders gets $900K a year from St Kilda, nothing for Will Phil. I'm not really sure if it's. I guess the club didn't do right by him in terms of trying to sell him to other clubs, because really we probably could have given him a couple more games and just said to other clubs, look, we just have too many midfielders, but he's a great character and he's got enough skills to be on an AFL list, but we didn't really do that. So yeah, I just think it's odd because there are a lot of clubs that need that midfield depth, probably even us if we get a couple of injuries. But yeah, I look at teams like West Coast and probably need some. Melbourne, they've just got rid of a couple. They probably could do with some. Yeah, I think it's really rough on him because you can see that he is a good character. It's just, he probably got drafted at the wrong time, and we just didn't really give him much of a go. But all the best to him. I do hope he gets picked up somewhere else.
Now, Claire, welcome to the show as well. Could this come back to bite us? Could he go to another club and excel? You've been a big Will Phillips fan over the last probably 12 months. That's a bit of a shame because, we go to the AFLW and AFL program, and we sometimes question whether some AFL players are invested or really get into the AFLW team. But I thought with Will Phillips, I've seen him last year in the prelim, gave Emma Carney a hug when she came off the ground. He was really invested. He really went to the games and he watched them. Whereas, the flag unfurling that happened in round 2, I've seen a bunch of them and they couldn't be less interested. They were on their phones, they were talking to each other, and they left when they had to. Whereas Will Phillips, I think, had a genuine interest in his club, and he really did bleed blue and white. And a bit unfortunate, but is it going to come back to haunt us, Claire?
I hope it does, Dean.
Yeah, I hope it does too.
Because I think he's a bit of a fan favourite amongst North supporters. I think they know how big his heart is. I just think that, football can be very cruel at times. Like, you've got players like Jack Crisp who are on a streak of football, played over 250 games in a row, and then you've got, guys like Will Phil who, they get really bad bouts. I remember he got glandular fever pretty badly, and I just think he never got a full run with it. I also think 2020 is if you look back at that draft, it's a pretty cursed draft here. If you look at the top 20, it's not going well for a lot of
the top 2 are okay.
Yeah, sure.
After that, it falls away pretty badly. So,
well, it's like, for me, it's like Tilthorpe, Max Holmes. I think Max Holmes went 20, and I think Shannon Neal got in that draft as well. And I think classic Geelong, they'll find a way to turn gold into from nothing. But yeah, I just think that Yeah, he's cursed with a little bit of his drafting, the situation, and then some illnesses. And, unfortunately, I think the game has moved in such a frenetic space that inside bull mids, even at his height, he's a little bit smaller. There's not really much space for them in the game. Everyone's looking for the hybrid mid now. Everyone's looking for the fast, quick, sort of ball movement. And unfortunately, Will Field doesn't really get that. I mean, he can tag all day and he can do grunt work, but he's not going to do an LDU and burst from a pack. So I think what's happened is when you look at the George Wardlaws coming through, we're not really sure what we're going to do with Tom Powell yet. So he's just a victim of circumstance, unfortunately. I would have loved to give him another year because I really love Will Phil. I was gutted about Finbar Maley, and was gutted about Will Phil, gutted about Eddie Ford because we're losing a lot of character from the club. We're losing the guys that you go and you have a bit of fun with and they do fun things on the field and they've got the passion. Whereas, I really hope he gets another chance. The same way I was really endeared by Mason Wood and I was really glad when he plays for Saints. I go for him and I quite like it when North players go to other clubs and they're successful. So I really hope I'm happy to get a Finbar badge if he's successful at the Crows. But yeah, bit of a sad day when people like that with that character are let go when you know how much they love the club. They probably love the club as much as you do. So very disappointing, but unfortunately, that is the business of football, isn't it?
No, it's unfortunate time of year. But I think we've got 20 players out of contract next year, and you probably think if their contracts were coming out this year, in 2025, that they might have been let go before Will Phillips. It's just unfortunate that these contracts come out this year.
Yeah.
Whereas if it was next year, and someone else was 2025, he would have been fine. So, just unfortunate for him. And, a couple other players you mentioned there, Eddie Ford, I think he's the best 22 player. Apparently someone wrote in a comment that the club had really mismanaged a foot injury he had. He's out for 6 months or something like that. He's had had a really bad foot problem. Now, I noticed he missed a few games towards the end of the year with a foot injury, and then he played a couple as well. But that's really unfortunate. But hopefully he gets another opportunity as well. Jacinta, before we go AFLW, just quickly, any thoughts on Darcy Tucker?
None, but I'm glad because I was starting to get nervous. I was starting to think, I know they're going to resign this guy. I really was getting nervous, but no, good fill-in for a couple of years. But that 0 possession game on a tag in Connor Rosie was the end of him, I think.
Yeah.
I think not even Clarko could, help him through that one. So, nothing else to say. I'm just glad the club made that call.
Well, tagging was being pretty generous, Jacinta. I think he tagged himself in that game.
He did.
He kept himself to 0 possessions because Connor Rosie did whatever he wanted and still. So it was one of the worst performances I've ever seen.
We actually probably win that game. If anyone else but Darcy Tucker played, I reckon we would win. That's how bad that was because we only lost by a goal or two.
Yeah, it was 10 points or something. Yeah, I remember. I was filthy at that game. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Darcy. I'm not trying to blame you for a whole season, but that one hurt.
I think his one good thing was that he had a SpongeBob song as his goal song, and we were down by 50 points at Marvel, and he kicked one, and I was like, I'm depressed, but I'm also listening to a SpongeBob song because Darcy Tucker has kicked the goal. It's a very unhinged thing. I was like, what the hell is happening with my life right now?
The worst was Jacob Costanti in the Good Friday, where 75 points down, kicks a goal and decides to shush the crowd. That sums up our men's program over the last couple of years.
That nearly should have spelled the end for him, honestly.
Yeah, that was wild. That was a choice. And I was like, you're not helping the branding of footballers having bricks for brains here. You are really not helping.
Well, it's a selfish sort of thing to do. You just celebrating a goal while your team's 75 points down on the biggest stage they have for the year. It's just not thinking about what's going on.
No, there's no self-awareness there. Hopefully, hopefully Gaddy's gotten to his ear about that one, to be honest.
Yeah, that'll be nice. Yeah, they are a couple now, so fairly new. So, good luck to both of them. Hope they hope it all works out for both of them. But we'll go to the AFLW, Claire, and we are one win closer to breaking the record for most wins in a row now. I think it's 22 right now, but who's counting? We win every week. So I actually expected a bit more of a game on Saturday, but it was over quite early once again, and despite all the injuries as well. But in saying that, Claire, I mean, the Crows have a few injuries also.
Yeah, Randall, Munyard, and Gould being out is a pretty big, significant loss for them. But that still being said, they still had Hatchard, Marinoff, Zoe Prowse has been for a while. I loved it. I mean, the first quarter, they just swept them off their feet, didn't they? They were ruthless. They were so attacking, and it was incredible to watch. I just felt like we controlled the entire quarter. And yeah, it was fascinating. It was really good to see how much I think the girls got up and about to play at Arden Street in front of the home crowd, to play on Pride Round, and also to play for Tess's and Randall's like big milestone. I think they really get around each other, and I think that brought extra kind of spirit and hunger. So yeah, I was unfortunately I couldn't get to the game because I had my in-laws visiting, but yeah, it looked amazing, and I was really proud of what they were able to put on at Arden Street. And I think the gap between us, I used to think maybe there were teams that could potentially close it a bit, but at the moment, Dean, I'm really not seeing. I'm seeing there more separation from the pack than I ever have, I guess, at this stage of the fixture.
Jacinta, you got similar thoughts there. I know last quarter the Crows kicked 4 goals, but I think we put the cue in the rack. Jazz Garner went off halfway through last quarter after over 41 possessions, kicking a goal and doing whatever she liked out on the football field. And if we kicked a few chances in the second quarter, we missed some easy shots. I think Kate Schuler ran into an open goal and missed it, but that happens to the best of us. And it could have been a lot bigger of a margin. Do you think the gap is just widening even further, like Claire said, Jacinta?
Yes. I don't know. I mean, every week they kind of say, oh, this could be the team that, gets us, and they just don't. I mean, it's usually the reverse. I mean, Adelaide, I guess they did their damage in the last quarter. Usually the teams put up a bit of a fight for the first quarter, like Richmond, and then Carlton did it. And then they drift off. But Adelaide were just shut out. Within the first 10 minutes, you just thought, oh, well, this game's done. Like, pack it up, basically. So, I mean, I know now this weekend they will say, maybe now St Kilda will get us because they've, what have they won, 5 or 6 in a row now, but they don't look like they should be a top 4 team either. I think they're sitting 5th. They're probably just outside it, but they don't look up to it either. I know they've had some injuries as well, but yeah, I don't really see anybody coming for North. I have seen a few Melbourne supporters though saying that they're lucky that we're not playing them. So that has
I did see someone say, I did see someone say that.
Yeah. So I have my dislike of Melbourne has gone. And then I started seeing that this week and I thought, oh, you know what? It's back. It's back. I can't wait to play them. I don't think anyone really is even making Crocker or any of the coaches nervous at the moment. So it's a little bit of a shame for the commentators because they have to, I guess, sell up these games and finals. But for us, it's all happy days.
Oh no, I'm certainly not complaining. The commentators and AFLW social media campaigns or whatever they want to do, the social media people and the people in general, they can complain as much as they want. I love it. So long may it continue. Hopefully hopefully win not just 22 in a row or 24 in a row, whatever it is, the record. Hopefully we win about 124 in a row. I'll still take it. With some pretty individual performances with Riddell and Garner getting 80 touches between them. How much more can we say about these two, Claire? Well, we can't say much more, can we?
Nah, we've run out of. Just side note, you'll have to direct me to the comment of that Melbourne supporter because that's a level of delusion I would like to personally witness. Look, best 1-2 punch combination in the game, and probably will be for a very long time. I think I wrote a tweet saying kids are going to look back and ask if, Riddell and Garner are AI generated because they're just that good. Like they are.
Yeah.
They're just phenomenal. I think they fuel each other to get better. I think, unfortunately, they might actually steal so many votes off each other that one of them might not actually win the Best and Fairest award. But I think if they win another flag together and Riddell wins a Norm Smith on the ground like Garner did last year, then happy days. But yeah, they're pretty hardworking. They're pretty humble people, and it's a pleasure to watch them. It's a pleasure to think that our North team, you could easily slot about 10 of them straight into the All Australian. Like you wouldn't even have to think about it. It's like bang, there's your jacket, go sit on the bench. And I think Garner and Riddell for me are, watch your jacket fitting, ladies. Let's size you up again. They should be the first two names called out for the AA team, I would have thought. Not being biased, but they're pretty.
They should be captain and vice captain of that team.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. You'd say so at the moment. So, yeah, pleasure to watch. I'll be interested to see this weekend if one of them gets rested or what they'll do, to be honest. I wouldn't have thought so, but who knows?
Well, they did have there was a girl, I can't remember her name, from the Crows, who kicked 3 goals in the last quarter. She shows a bit. Eloise Jones.
Eloise Jones, yeah.
Yeah, she actually looked all right.
I mean,
when they got the ball in there quite quickly, she actually did a couple of nice one-on-one contests. I think it was against Libby Birch.
Yeah, you could see Birch was fuming, hey?
Yes, Birch was filthy, and I was so proud of that because I was like, you should be filthy, babe.
Yeah.
You should be filthy. I was like, deep in the fourth, like 7 minutes left, and she's given it away a fairly decent, like, one-on-one, and she's just standing up, like, frowning, being like, fuck this. And I'm like, this is why we love you, Birch, because you're up by 8 goals and you still care that much, Like, she reminds me a little bit of, like, Michael Ferrito. You know how Ferrito used to lose his shit when he'd lose, like, a one-on-one? He would be so angry about it, and he cared that much. And I think as a supporter, you love seeing that because you're like, yeah, I want you to be mad. I want you to be as mad as me. So, yeah, look, Jones is good. She might make the AA, but kind of soft 3 when the game's done, isn't it?
Yeah. Q was in the rack, the old junk time. So,
yeah.
Look, not a bad player. A good performance in a team that got smashed.
Yeah.
Jacinta, Emma Carney, Erica O'Shea, brilliant off half-back. Eliza Shannon was excellent again. We just mentioned Libby Birch. Lost a couple of one-on-ones, but we forgive her for that. And Jazz Ferguson just going over 80% again. This back line, and we talk about the midfield of Garner and Riddell, but this back line is just as good. I mean, there's such a good balance there. Good intercept players, good players that can drive off half-back, good skills as well. Can't fault the back line.
No, not at all. They defend well and they attack really well. Like even Eliza Shannon on the weekend, I reckon she played so well. Like the 20 touches or so that she had, I think that was probably her best game for us. Well, at least this year. But Carney is just a freak of nature because I can't believe she's whatever she is. What is she? 35, 36?
36, yeah. Just turned 36, is that right, Claire?
Just turned 36 the other day. So
well, there we go. And the commentators are still saying they need to tag her. And it's like, it reminds me of when Boomer was like 40 and if he was tagged, we'd lose. And it's like that. Like they're still our best players. But I think they've just got the perfect balance. I think O'Shea played really well. Did she have her first bounce? I nearly
for the year, yeah.
Yes, I was so excited for her. So off the back line, Carney and O'Shea have a lot of run out there. And then, Ferguson and Boyd and Shannon just put, like, the locks on and that's it. There's just no goals for the opposition. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
They're good to watch. Yeah, Tessa Boyd came in late and, what did she come in? I think a week before the season started, I think Bresnahan injury, and she's fitted in seamlessly. And she's been really handy because we've had a few injuries there with Sharon. Obviously, Sarah Wright's been out as well, so and Bresnahan. So, just fitted in really well. But, one area of the ground, Claire, I thought we may struggle in, and I thought Adelaide might get on top of us, in was the midfield, but we smashed them in the midfield, especially those first 3 quarters. I think the clearances were 22-9. We already mentioned Riddell and Garner, but I mean, still, that's an impressive record, 22-9 clearances, especially when you have Marinoff and Hatchard. They had to move Hatchard out of the midfield and put her forward in the last quarter because she wasn't getting a sniff in the midfield.
Nah. I think also, like, just to circle back to Carney for a moment, I reckon Carney loves playing big teams. Like, she loves playing like Crows and Brisbane because of the history that the clubs have with those teams. And now she was a loser in the past and now she's a winner. And I think she really relishes. So I think she even plays to an extra gear when we play those teams. But back to the midfield. Yeah, I mean, we destroyed them. Like, we upped Tripodi's minutes. We put Vicky Wall in there for stints. We put Bella Eddy in there. Yeah, it was a massacre. It was a bloodbath. It just felt also like even if Crows did get a touch and maybe get the first one, we clamped down really hard and got a stoppage and reset it again. Like, apart from, like you said, the last quarter where we played a little bit more loosely and the cue was in the rack, it just didn't feel like Crows could win any one-on-one battles or any clearances as well. And if they did win it, it was a real hack kick just to clear the ball and then get another stoppage, or we'd mark it and turn it over. So, yeah, it didn't feel like Crows evolved at all. It felt like as a team they've really regressed and they've really kind of plateaued as a team. They don't feel like the same Doc Clark Adelaide Crows 2 years ago, which the team really like the whole competition kind of feared, and it was probably the hardest away game was to go over and play the Crows, whereas now they kind of look like a bit of a shadow of themselves. And I was talking to Talia Randall's partner after the game because I don't know what you saw, but something must have happened in the goal square or something went on, and Talia Randall kind of laughed or said something, and Chelsea Bedell, I think, went up to Randall and tried to shove it. And you know, Randall was like, mate, we're destroying you. We're up by like 50 points and it's like 3/4 time. Like, you're very lippy for someone that's not got a lot to say. We're killing you. And I think, again, that just shows the absolute dominance that North has, like, obviously on the scoreboard, but I think mentally now we're in clubs' heads about things. So even if you do go up to another stoppage or clearance, there's that inevitability that North Melbourne will win it and score on you again. So, yeah, I mean, it's great to be us at the moment. I'm loving it, Dean. Absolutely loving it.
Yeah, no, I'm certainly not complaining. Forwards mentioned Talia Randall. I did notice a couple of times when we kicked goals, she sort of went to her opponent and let her know about it a couple of times and got into a shoving match with her. Which nothing wrong with that. You know, I mean, it happens out on the field. People get a bit of white line fever and say a few things. And I think it probably, if I'm an Adelaide Crows defender, I'd probably shut my mouth. Get smashed. But each their own. You know. And sometimes it's hard, especially when you have been a successful team. Like the Crows for a number of years, that they're getting belted like that. They've never been belted like that before. So they probably just found it a bit tough, and that's the ego sometimes.
Yeah, 100%. I know when I was getting smashed in Rezzies though, Dean, I wouldn't be lipping off to forwards that were kicking a bag on me. I'd be trying to make jokes and I'd be trying to put them off their game by asking the best place to get coffee in the area or things like that, because I was just like, mate, I'm trying to put you off your game, but you're 1,000 times better than me. So I'll just try to distract you with some dialogue. But yeah, look, I don't know. It's obviously a competitive game, and you know, it was over in the first quarter. We kicked 5, and we never looked like losing. So yeah, what do? I guess try and get in a bit of a verbal disagreement to put off your other forward. But joke's on you, mate. You still got smashed. So happy days.
No, definitely. It's like that batsman that makes a duck and decides when he feels that he's going to sledge the opposition. Always used to happen every now and then when I play. But
you just wouldn't do it, would you? Or
imagine
like you're trying to sledge like the last partnership and you're going to go out to bat for like the last 10 overs of the day. You're like, maybe just don't do that, guys.
I've fallen for that before. Especially when some of them just annoy you. They piss you off. They play and miss everything, and you just just go at you, dickhead.
Yeah, just put the bat on ball, champ, and then you've got them in the first over and they're steaming into you, knowing that they get the rest of the night off. That's always a a fun.
Yeah, you got to come back next week, hopefully. So otherwise, you can square leg umpiring.
Nice.
Yeah. Forwards and the two talls in Randall and Shield or Jacinta. Every time it goes down in their forward 50, the opposition fumble and panic. I've seen that with the Adelaide Crows. I've seen Ebony Marinoff was very fumbly, especially when it was in the back 50. I think it's a fear of Randall, Wall, and Shield coming down on you. AGM, Gavin Mangan, she'll close you down with her speed. It was a complete performance from the forwards as well. They're just a good unit because they don't give the opposition any space. And even when they do have space, they fumble because of the perceived pressure as well, just,
Yeah, I was really excited on the weekend because I think they had a lot of opportunities for that, that soccer through ball where they just bomb it over the top and Randall or Vicky Wall or someone that's just running onto it. I love when they do that. I think it's so exciting because, there was that one, I think it was in the first quarter, where it was an Adelaide player chasing it. She's 30 metres ahead and then Randall comes from nowhere. Yeah, it's just, that's mental. They just they catch them. That's really exciting. That must really make the defenders nervous because no matter what kind of head start you have, there will be someone coming. So, I think my favourite play of the day was when O'Loughlin had some space in that forward line and she just hit up Tess Craven. And it's like, really, she's probably within her rights to have a ping from there. And, we're up by 6 goals. She really could have had a go, but she still, hit Tess on the chest. Or maybe she just knows that, Craven doesn't miss those set shots. But, yeah, I think they're all functioning so well. And even when players like Tess are up there and, she's not technically a forward, she's a winger, they still know how to play their role up there. So it's not like we lose anything by having her forward and then maybe Sheila up. So, yeah, I just think that they've just worked out how to work around each other and not get in each other's way like the men do, which just drives you insane. But Randall and Sheila, they honestly never fly for the same ball. Sometimes I think Kingy maybe flies for a ball that Randall or Sheila were going for, but we'll give her the out because she's only been back a few weeks. But yeah, I just think the system works and in the air and on the ground.
No, it definitely does. And you mentioned Elisa O'Loughlin, one of the best small forwards inside the 450, and she's almost out of form because she hasn't kicked the goal for a while, but still she does a lot of hard work, still gets 15, 20 touches a game, puts a lot of pressure on opposition defenders. So, we talked about Randall's 100th, but, you mentioned TikTok, Tess Craven with 50 games to her belt as well, 21 years old and keeps growing. I really like she's come out of her shell, Claire. I think one thing that doesn't get mentioned is, with Tess especially, is how tough she is. She backs in the packs. She did it in the prelim against Port Adelaide in the first quarter. She hurt herself really badly, and we got a goal out of it. Dakota cleaned her up a couple of weeks ago, and then got up and got a clearance in the next stoppage. She's a true shimbo, isn't she?
Yeah, absolutely. I was tearing up at I really like the content the club put out the week for the milestones as well. Yeah. Like Sheila could barely get a word out. She was in tears with Randall. And then I loved when Carney was like, obviously you're a great player for the club and everything, but I think the thing I've loved seeing the most about you is grow as a human being and come into the club as a shy kid to, who you are now and your identity and how much you've grown in that time. And I think, it's a testament. She's, a little kid from Drysdale, got drafted, went to North, and re-listening to, because I like re-listening to some podcasts that she's done in the past, and she spoke to North once, but she didn't think she was going to get drafted there, and then she did, and then she was sort of like, well, I know I'm getting drafted to a team like North, I'm not going to play my preferred position, I'm not going to play inside mid because of the talent that already exists in there. So she had to go back and learn how to be a winger and learn those sort of things, and I think that takes a lot of dedication to her craft. And even her journey of saying, like, at the time, I didn't think I was going to get drafted, but the lockdowns helped me provide some fitness and some clarity and really decided who the player I wanted to be. And I just think, like you said, just in that passage where she gets hit up, where O'Loughlin drills it inside 50 and hits up Tess, I think also that connectedness, but the selflessness and it's egoless football, because you're right, she has every right to have a ping. She probably could go and snap it at that point, but she hits up Tess knowing that it's her 50th game, it's her milestone, and, let's get around her. She goes back and kicks it. And I just think, yeah, it's been incredible to watch someone like Tess, who, kicked the first AFLW, like the goal in that grand final. And even remember that amazing mark she takes in the back line over Orla O'Dwyer or someone?
Huge.
Yeah, like she ran all the way back as a winger to provide the defensive cover for that as well. I'm just sort of like, she really typifies everything that is symbolic about being a Shimbona. So I was obviously stoked for Randall, but it was really special to see Tess get 50. And if you think that, she's 21 and that's her first 50 games, it's only going to get better. Like, she's just, and I want to keep her forever. I think she's a massive part of the club, but yeah, she's a pretty big, massive Hawthorn supporter. So I don't know what will come in the future, but yeah, she's been wonderful to watch and watch her evolve into not only, I guess, the footballer, but the person that the club values her so much for. So yeah, wonderful that she could get that win, and for her and Randall throughout the week. I think it meant a lot to them, and it was really nice to watch them celebrate their goals. That was really special, I thought.
No, definitely. And who could forget the first goal last year? She couldn't have put it more through the middle. In a high pressure situation, and just got the ball rolling after that. So, yeah, like you said, just keeps growing every week. One of the best users of football at the club. Not just talking about the women's, I'm talking about the men's as well. I trust her a lot more than most of the men's when they've got her on the wing or something like that, trying to hit a player up. She's very good, makes smart decisions. So, it's going to be interesting over the next few years how she develops and whether she goes in the midfield. I did speak to her after the grand final last year. She sort of said, no, I'm just happy to play a role. I think everyone in their junior career plays midfield, and then they find other spots and just adjust to that. So I think she's quite content to not be in the midfield. I think she's making her name on the wing, which is nothing wrong with that.
Do you think you can tell Jai Simpkin that one?
That's a different subject. But I think Joel Simpkin said a couple of years ago, "I'm just happy to play a role on the team, whatever role that is, as long as we can get the win." And things change sometimes.
Well.
But, I guess to be fair to him, we're not getting the win. So I guess that's the one thing.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, just saying, you aren't getting the wins. But there's that level of selflessness that I think the North women play that maybe some of our men could learn something about that. But anyway.
We'll continue. We'll continue on the positives. We don't want to go. You're going to talk about the men's. It could lead to a rabbit hole. Just remember, Claire and Jacinta, in Brady Rawlings, we must trust.
Oh, no.
A couple of unsung heroes. I'll go Ruby Tripodi this week, Jacinta. 19 touches, 90% disposal efficiency. The first goal of the game, a brilliant pass by Jazz Garner. And she came in to replace Mia King, and I thought she was amazing. She really gave a lot of grunt, particularly early in the first 5-10 minutes when the game is hot. I think she had 4 or 5 touches. I thought it was a very underrated game by Ruby Tripodi, and a very underrated player, actually.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I did think, and the start of the year I kind of shouted her out for best and fairest win. I don't think she's going to get over the top of Garner or Vidal, but she had big minutes on the field this week as well. So that just shows that she can do that. She had a fair few score involvements as well, 5 or 6. So she is definitely involved in all our key plays. I mean, she goes in, she goes out. So she is one of those ones where I think a lot of AFLW fans, even if you're pretty invested, you probably would just walk straight past her and not even know who she is. She just gets lost a little bit, like a lot of the North girls in, some of the other the star power that we have in that team. But yeah, she had played a really important role, especially in that first quarter. Like you said, Dean, she really helped, set the tone nice and early. And yeah, then I guess Adelaide just didn't really know what to do because they were trying to stop Garner. You could see that they were trying to put some blocks on her and things, but yeah, Tripodi's out there, Vidal's out there. There's not really much you can do, to be honest with you. So, yeah, no, she had a really good game. I think she's had a really good year once again.
Is Dean, is Tripodi, was she rookied? Because she was in the VFL but was she rookied? Where
No,
did
I'm pretty sure she was drafted.
Okay.
Which draft was she in? Oh, geez, you got me now.
Yeah, I don't have my computer on me at the moment, but I'm just thinking her pathway.
I think she was. She came from Williamstown, didn't
Yeah.
she?
Oh, that's a fair point. Yeah, but she was drafted though, wasn't she? I don't think she was.
Did
rookie.
she go through the national draft, or did we rookie elevate her or something though? Like,
I'm pretty sure it was a national draft.
Okay. Because I know she played at Willie for a bit, and because Jazzy Garner played, and I'm pretty sure Jenna played at Willie for a bit as well. So I wonder whether there was a connection there pre-recruitment.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure.
I am going on ChatGPT as we speak. So.
Love. That's exactly what it was.
Well, you got to get an answer.
For.
So
yeah, that's true.
Was Ruby Tripodi drafted? Which year?
Which year? I reckon she. If I had to put my house on it, I reckon she was rookie.
2021 or 2022, I'd say.
No, I reckon it was later.
Ruby Tripodi was drafted in 2023 via the 2023 AFLW supplementary draft.
Supplementary draft.
I knew
it was pick number 23.
Okay. So I knew it was like supplementary or something. I knew it was different though. It wasn't the national draft. Because I mean it's still, I understand it's still a draft and stuff, but like I just remember like going through our list and thinking, how do we get Tripodi again? Because we've yet to have, I think, a top 10 draft pick at all. I think Bella Eddie's 13 is the highest that we've got. I think Tess is 12 or something like that. But
Tripodi, she got missed in the draft, and then it took 23 goes to get picked in the supplementary draft. So how many teams just didn't even see it? Wow.
And this is when people argue about North's list development. This is where I'm like, you guys are fucking idiots.
Tell us what you really think, Claire.
Oh, sorry. I'm very sorry to be explicit. I'm very sorry, children and other people who don't like profanity in their podcast. No, they're peanuts, Dean and Jacinta. They're absolutely peanuts. And I just sort of think, stick to the gallery and don't come sliding into my comments section with the corruption of the AFL. Because, like, you know, it's one thing if you're building a list and you're just siphoning off good players, but it's another when you got 4, VFL players and you got Irish players and all these other people of how you build your list. Like Kim Rennie was walked through the rookie draft as well. It's not like Kate Schiller was just delisted. So anyway, sorry to go down that rabbit hole. I
remember the story about. Sorry to cut you off, Claire.
No,
I remember the story about Tripodi because she played the North Melbourne VFLW team when she was playing at Williamstown, and she dominated a few days before that draft. And I think that's probably a big reason why we drafted her. So and got. I think she played 9 games in the first year, and Linny came in and said, 2023 supplementary draft. Claire, the second unsung hero this week, Kim Rennie. I know you like this
my
one.
girl.
18 possessions, 5 intercept possessions, 12 hitouts. She just puts a big frame in the contest and gave the midfield first use for the first 3 quarters at least. Doesn't get mentioned with the big names, but she just goes about her job and competes, and it competes every week, I should say. Just another true shin boner.
Legend. You know I love her. Yeah,
I mean, that's why I mentioned it with you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is a hard thing, right? Because you have your favourites, like obviously with the back line. You love your back line, specifically looking at Righty and Ferg. And obviously, Jacinta, you have you like Jenna though. And then who else is your favourite?
Jenna's great.
I love Jenna.
Yeah, okay, so Jenna's your
I was also a big Righty girl as well, but
yes. Yeah. I think for me, I'm really on this season. I'm really on Rennie because I just love watching all the effort and hard work she does behind it. Like I kind of pick a couple of players and I'm like, all right, I'm dedicating myself to just watching them this season and seeing how they're going. And God, she's a workhorse. She is such a hard worker and her work rate. And I just think that if anyone deserves a break this week, it might be Kim Rennie, to be honest.
Yeah.
She might be shown the pine this week. because I just think, I mean, you got to keep all your good key players for finals, and if you can give them a chop out, I think Rennie's 31 now, and I think we have the benefit of King and Ariana Hetherington, who's another ruck, and I'm sure we could potentially play her. But yeah, I just think Rennie, she's got really good craft. She's a really hard worker. And I think it's all well and good that Riddell and Tripodi and Garner are gun midfielders. But if you don't get first use and if you don't get good tap work and good craft work, then you're not going to get first use of the ball. So it all really actually starts with Rennie. And then the stars come into play because she brings them into action. So, yeah, I really, really like her. I think for me, again, in a group full of stars, I just think that she's incredibly underrated for her talent and her work ethic. So pleasure to watch, but maybe this weekend potentially might be rested. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see what Croc is cooking up with his systems, I guess, this week.
I mean, there's probably a couple of older ones as well, Emma Carney and Kate Sheila as well. Yes, we mentioned Kim Rennie. So we might as well go to the Saints and preview that coming up. I think I know your answers here, but even with the possible rest, Jacinta, do you see the Saints being anything of a threat this week?
No, no, not even for the first quarter. I don't see it. I don't really rate them. I mean, they've improved a lot. They have. I will pay that, but I don't think they deserve to be fifth on the ladder. But yeah, I mean, I hope that they do something. I really do. Yeah, I mean, they've got a few good young players. I think that Smith's pretty good. I think Watson has come out of her shell in the back line as well. So yeah, they've come a long way. I will give them that, but I don't think so. I mean, they've also got quite the injury list, so that probably hurts as well. But yeah, no, I don't even see a slight challenge from St Kilda, which is unfortunate for all those North AFLW haters.
Claire, I think I got a message off you last week that might have mentioned something that maybe our VFL team could give the Saints a challenge this week. Obviously on board with Jacinta there?
Yeah, I think I credit where it's due in terms of Saints getting better. I really actually quite like Hannah Priest, their captain. I think she's a really wonderful person outside of football. And like you said, I mean, Patricios is injured. But yeah, like Serene Watson coming down from the Gold Coast. They've got a lot of workhorses. Jamie Lambert's still a couple of games away as well. She's pretty talented. But yeah, they're missing a few, which they couldn't afford to miss anyway. And I think even with resting a couple of our stars, I think North will be able to. Our system is just too good. And systems will beat talent. I think, unfortunately, with a team like St Kilda, they struggle for talent anyway. They always punch above, even as a men's program. They kind of try and punch above, as opposed to being a very talented side. So, look, Nick Del Santo, to give him a little bit more credit as a head coach, 6 wins. This is probably his most successful season as a coach. So
easily,
yeah, as a an ex North Melbourne alumni, I guess that's positive to see. But yeah, they're just a bit rushed. They don't play clean footy. I know they kicked 49 points on the weekend, which is not bad for them. Like, that's a decent score. But if Jessie Warlaw doesn't fire, and I don't think she will with our back line, because we'll clamp down hard on her, I just don't see them kicking a big score against us. So, and we know in order to beat North, you've probably got to kick probably 80 points to beat North, which is it's a huge amount. I just don't think St Kilda are up for that task. So, yeah, I think an easy 30 plus win you could probably put in the books without North getting out of second gear. And I know I don't mean to be disrespectful for Saints, because there's some parts of their program that I do respect and admire, but yeah, we're miles ahead of them at the moment, I think, with our systems.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about Charlie Randall, 100 games, Louis Burgess, 100 games. I think Jazz Garner, it's either I think it must be next week. She's coming up to 100 games as well. So, yeah, she's on 98 games. So I think they'll probably want to do it in the last round against Hawthorn. I don't think she's going to get rested, but, yeah, I could be wrong. Jacinta, I know.
Speaking of Ghana, is she going to beat Kate Hoare to 100 goals or not?
Well, they're both the same, aren't they?
Yeah, they're both 97, but Melbourne played before us.
Yeah, but Melbourne play Brisbane.
Oh,
yeah, I don't think they'll beat Brisbane.
I don't think. Kate
well, Courtney Hodder might not be playing. So,
well, I even don't think Kate's going to be able to kick 3. I think it's more likely Ghana.
That's true. Yeah.
Ghana kicks 3 against Saints versus Kate kicking 3 against Melbourne.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'd back in Ghana. But she's so selfless. So like,
I know. I know.
Like, she'd have
not
no
the time.
Like, I don't even reckon she'd know that she's on 97 goals. She'd be like, oh, yeah, whatever. Like,
she wouldn't care.
I reckon on the weekend when the commentators will be screaming and begging for her to, and she'll just be offloading them and hitting up teammates. And I reckon she could be walking into an open square and still find a teammate and pass it to them to.
Oh, no.
How selfless.
As long as she does it to Jazz Ferguson, I'll be happy.
Oh, yeah, true. God, the day that Jazz scores a goal, I reckon we just go into a bender. Take the week off.
That's true. I'll be doing that, Claire. Don't worry about
fair.
that. I almost got a little bit too excited when she ran inside the forward 50 against Richmond. When Tali Randall was having a shot.
Classic.
Yeah, she didn't want it. So
yeah,
which is a bit sad. She should have.
She should have had a ping. Because
I think Randall would have passed to her if she actually, really wanted it. But because that's the type of character, the type of player Randall is as well.
Yeah.
But I think Randall was too much in the zone, trying to focus on kicking a goal.
Yeah. And sprayed it anyway.
I know, kicked it out on a full. So just to sum it up,
that's the Randall package, though, isn't it? Like,
I could go anywhere.
Yeah, she'll slot something from the boundary. Like, how does she do that? And then she'll be like directly in front 30. You're like, okay, I guess you didn't get a goal. But I was very happy that when she went back on the weekend, when she had her first scoring opportunity, she went back and kicked it. Like, that was really special, I thought, because like, your 100th game, you get the goal. In the first quarter, you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the game. It's kind of like in the bag as a confidence builder. So, although that being said, sorry to go back to it, but I just realised we had 10 individual goal scorers last weekend, guys. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty huge.
That's huge.
We've got a lot of goal kickers, and I don't think even Lachlan didn't kick one.
Nah.
And there was a couple others, I think, that didn't get on the scoreboard either. So, it just shows, the even spread we do have.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, it's good.
That's why to go back to the St Kilda prediction, I just think that we're too powerful. Like, even if you stopped, Bogue or Randall, you still got to contest with our midfield or Jenna Bruton kicking them. So, yeah, I just think that we'll beat Saints pretty convincingly by about 30 plus, depending on how serious we are. We might manage minutes and we might even try different game plans and setups in a Saints game if we wanted to. But yeah, anyway, it is what it is.
No, fair enough. Jacinta, I know how much you love playing in Tassie, so you're obviously looking forward to this game on Sunday lunchtime. But do you think there'll be team changes this week? Do you think that it might not? Well, we've already secured top spot. I don't think we really care about the winning streak or anything like that. The club have not mentioned it. Not one player would probably have mentioned it either. They don't really care about that sort of stuff. But, do you think that possibly now is the time to maybe rest a couple, 2 or 3 veterans?
It probably is. I don't think we have anyone ready off the injury list to come back. Like, I think Gat's still a week or 2. Mia King is probably another month away. Even Sheeran, she's still a couple of weeks away. So
2 to 3 weeks,
yeah. So it'd have to be somebody who probably hasn't played a game yet. So I'm not sure if they'll do it, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, it'd be good to have a look at some of the other girls out there, but I don't think that they'll do it. They probably will go in unchanged, to be honest with you.
They haven't shown a history of that. So unless someone's got a niggle, like a Carney, they don't want the same issue as last year where she went into the game in Tassie with a little bit of a sore hamstring. The 3 games in 8 days they played, and she did it in the first quarter and was out for 4 to 6 weeks. We don't want to have that situation. So if anyone's got sort of an niggle, I hope they're open about it. And I mean, but in saying that, Claire, I know how much these girls want to play football each week.
Yeah.
So it'll be tough to have that conversation with a Carney Sheila or a Kim Rennie saying, "Oh, can you just rest this week?" Because I'm pretty sure their answer will be an emphatic no.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing. I understand. For me, it's the 5-day break. I think that can be a bit brutal. So I think they'll travel with the team, but I wouldn't mind seeing a laid out for Hetherington to ruck and potentially take Rennie or Sheila out. I think that is the most likely potential. The thing with Carney is I'd not want to be the person that goes up to Carney and tells her that she's out. That would be an interesting conversation. And also, I mean, she did miss a lot of footy last season and was on pretty managed loads. So I feel like, and I think I wouldn't call our backline precarious because it's the stingiest backline in the league. But I would say, given the new players in the system, it has a little bit more fragility than the other areas, like the midfield set, the forward line set. But with Tessa Boyd, Eliza Shannon being new to the system, you kind of really want to get your back line all together and firing. And I think it's important to keep that synergy and keep that connection between those back six kind of players with obviously O'Shea and Birch and Ferguson. So I wouldn't make any changes in the back line. I'd be tempted to do, probably Sheila or Rennie for Hetherington as a ruck. Because I don't mind Hetherington. She's quite raw. I think she can play footy. I think she's obviously a future prospect. And I do like Emma King a lot, and she's obviously been an amazing figure for our club. But sometimes with the forward line with her and Bogue, I don't know whether it's too tall or not. Like, I don't know whether maybe we make a decision around that. I don't know. There's a lot to consider. I wouldn't even mind debuting one of the kids. Like I said, I'm really keen on Alice Slocum or Georgia Stubbs. I don't think they will do it, but it'd be interesting to see some fresh blood in there. I just think it's going to be really hard come the point end of the season, because I think when Sheeran comes back, when ideally, fingers crossed, Mia King comes back and Gat, there's going to be some really hard conversations with players like Gavin Mangan and people like that.
Yeah, unfortunately, she'll miss out.
Yeah, and that's brutal because she's played such a role. Like, she comes in and gets the job done every week, but unfortunately, she's probably more of a replacement player than she is the set 21, I think it is, that we play with, or 20, odd, I forget. But
21.
Yeah, 21. I don't know. I think ultimately you're right. I don't think they'll move the chessboard this week, but I wouldn't mind seeing Hetherington get another shot in the ruck between now, even if she plays in the Hawks game as well. Like, maybe we play her in that game or something, just to shift it up a bit. But yeah, what do you think, Dean?
I don't think they will rest anyone unless someone has a little bit of like soreness. There might be a late change, like you said, and it could just be someone random, like it could be O'Shea or Tess Craven's got a bit of a sore calf or something like that, and they'll just if anything like that, they'll just rest them. But I can't see it an enforced rest. Or anything like that. I think they want to keep the form going. I like your idea of Hetherington. She might have to play a role in finals. It's good to get that batch fitness. She's probably the next in line as far as changes come in. But we'll have.
Is Georgia Stubbs fully fit? Because I haven't really heard much about her this year.
She walks around like she's with the other girls. But
I'd love to see her
once, and I don't know what the story is there, because she hasn't been an emergency. It's been out of the
she's not on our injured list.
It's going to be interesting because unfortunately I have to make list changes at the end of the year. And you probably have to get rid of maybe three or 3 or 4, and if she's not getting a look in now, then unfortunately she might have to part ways, and that's just part of the nature of the business when you're so successful.
It's harsh. Because
and we're getting Neve Martin back next year as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I was not filthy, but I was really upset about Zoe Savriani, who
Yeah.
obviously was on the North list, but then when she won the grand final with the VFLW, I was stoked. I was over the moon for her. I was like, that's so good.
she played a good role in that grand final too.
Oh, she's a gun. She played. I think
She's playing in the back line. Yeah,
yeah,
she
she played across the
half.
half back for the season, and obviously that role position definitely. I think the problem was they were playing her as a small forward because of her soccer background, but actually she really thrived off reading the game from the half back, and she could really do most of her damage by foot across the half back. It's where I think they tend to, like, obviously Harris Sheasel was played there for a bit, but I think it's a real good entry level for prime mids to go play some ball off the half back. Like,
Yeah.
even obviously with like Zippy Fish, I reckon she'll go eventually to the midfield, but he's put her on the half back because, well, Swans can't defend for shit. Sorry, they can't defend, and they're getting a lot of ball off the half back, so they may as well put her in a position where she can use it quite a bit. So I think that was the same with Zoe. They were like, oh, we'll put her in a position where she can read the game a little bit better. So anyway, just a bit of a rabbit hole, but yeah, it was really nice to see Zoe win a flag, and you know, it's hard when players get delisted, but it's really good to see them when they're successful, and she could still be a part of the club in that respect, which is really nice.
Well, she's only 21, so I mean, there's plenty of opportunities in the future. Although teams don't really recruit from VFLW.
It's so bizarre that they don't do that.
They don't look at it closely enough. If you look at Alana Barber.
Maddie DeCosmo.
Yeah, she's a good player. Yeah. And the young girl that kicked 3 goals in the finals in the grand final.
It's not Tierney, was it? Who was it?
No, it wasn't Tierney.
Wasn't
she's left footer. I can't remember her name now. So, but she's a decent player. She's been playing half back pretty much the whole year.
Yeah, right.
It
astounds me that they don't draw upon that league more, considering like some of those girls are walk-up starts. Like you could walk in and play for the Essendon midfielder.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know what they're doing, but anyway, it is what it is, I guess.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
I got your prediction, didn't I, Claire? I think it was over 30 points.
Yeah, I'd say 34 and wouldn't break out of the sweat, to be honest.
Sorry, Claire. Jacinta, what do you think?
Yeah, I think especially on that big ground in Tassie, probably 48 points, probably just outrun him.
Yeah, Linny's coming into the chat and she said Stella Reid. I'm pretty sure it was.
Oh, Stella Reid, that's right. Yeah,
that's right, Linny. Good on you, Linny. Thanks for coming in there. So, she kicked 3 goals. Kicked the winning goal, the last goal, with about 5 minutes to go in the game. So
yeah, that was clutch. Because that was a real back and forth final.
I thought we were going to lose. When it was level, I thought, and Collingwood were peppering. I thought we were I thought they were going to outrun us. But to get that goal was so important. So
yeah. Well, because didn't they beat us in the prelim or something?
Yeah, they beat us in the first final.
Like a qualifying final,
Yeah.
They beat us by a couple of goals, I think it was. So
yeah.
But they were a good team too, the Pies. So,
yeah. No, the Pies are a good team. They, I remember seeing the footage because North uploaded them watching the final quarter. The girls were over in Perth or something, and they were watching the final quarter, and I was like, it's so good when they do that. I'm like, it's such a one club thing. Like, I really enjoy the fact that there's such like a connection between those two clubs, and I'm a little bit shocked that Brett Gooley, who's the coach of North VFL, hasn't been interviewed yet at an AFLW club. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm ecstatic that he's still at North and I want him to stay there, but I would have thought with those credentials and some very suspect teams in Melbourne, I would have thought he's got the goods to potentially coach at like a Richmond and Essendon or one of those teams. So I hope he does. He's a really, really nice guy. One of my really good friends is family friends with him. So he's a good bloke and hopefully he gets his opportunity at AFLW level. But yeah, stoked that he's still at North, but hope that he gets the call up sooner rather than later, I guess.
He's a school teacher, isn't he? Is that right?
Yeah, he's at Strathmore. So I used to teach across the road from there at Coburg. But yeah, he's a teacher at Strathmore, a really nice PE guy, and Yeah, he said he wants to, like, he's really committed to the women's program. Like, he wants to stay in AFLW or VFLW. He's not, he's one of those guys, he's not using it to just build himself a resume into men's. Like, he's genuinely, like, I love women's football. And, like, it's very genuine and authentic, which I think is great. So, whereas I think there's a couple other guys that, yeah, definitely a resume building, which is
shout out to Cam Joyce. So.
Well, and Reece Shaw, our boy Reece Shaw.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
getting his ass handed to him, and
I'm glad.
Yeah, you hate to see it, don't you?
For sure.
I cannot. I cannot fathom as to how that man still has a job, but it's almost like also like, what is this? We're 22 games deep and a flag and not a single apology from Caroline Wilson yet for calling Crocker a boys club.
Yeah, that's
do you remember
right,
that, Dean?
Yeah, I do remember that. As soon as he was appointed.
Yeah.
So.
I'm like, God, are they ever going to go back and be like, oh, actually, yeah, sorry. And I know it's not in their nature. I know it's clickbait. I know it's rage bait. But I'm like, God, no wonder why these players and coaches get, like, no wonder why Clayton Oliver fires one back across the bows, because he's like, well, you're happy to write all this stuff about me and your protected species. Like, and it's not in Crocker's nature, but God, I'd love him to just say something and be like, you know, where's my apology, mate? We've won a flag in 22 in a row. Like, you know, it's not a boys' club when Sonia Hood and Jen Watt are running the show and, like, heavily investing into women's football and have for a long time. Like, anyway, look, again, another rabbit hole. Just so you got to wake up very early. I apologize for this.
No, it's okay. If I start talking about Caro, I'm the exact same. I just start fuming. So.
She's done nothing with AFLW as well. It's been positive.
No, she doesn't know anything about it.
No, it's like, just keep your nose out of it. Like, it's like that classic, if you've got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all, babe. Just keep your nose clean and move on. Like, you're not helping anyone here. And I think sometimes she gets off on the card of like, oh, well, you know, we can't attack female reporters. There's not enough female reporters in the game. It's like, sorry, babe, don't play the gender card here. Like, you're not adding anything beneficial to AFLW here, and that's what we're talking about. You're tearing it down, no matter what gender you are, babe.
Yeah.
So anyway, Caroline Wilson, if you hear this, call me. I've got words.
Call me.
Oh, I doubt she will, but you never know. Someone might pass a message on to a close mutual friend or something.
Yeah,
like
100%.
So.
Yeah, I'll expect the call.
All right. Well, we're going to transition. You know what, to Claire? That's gone on long enough. They're clapping. So we're going to go to the questions. I'm going to start with you this week, Jacinta. All right. So, what was that?
No, I said, yeah, go for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, I thought I heard something, but yeah. So, who has had more tackles in total this year between Jazz Ferguson and Emma Carney?
Yes, you got the third question. Suck it.
No, yeah, you really copped it last week with that. I'm going to go Carney because she's quite an angry footballer.
What do you think, Claire?
Oh, it's one of those weeks where you're doing that thing. I hate that you've asked me as well. I'm going to back Jacinta in, Carney.
Carney. All right. So you both locked that in?
Yeah, I'm standing by Jacinta. Solidarity.
After you said sucked in, now you've jumped. You're back on my side.
I'm back on your side. Yeah, I felt the anxiety in me when you got the question. So I was like, I feel sympathetic.
Well,
is it Carney?
No, you couldn't be more wrong. So Ferguson 14, Carney 12.
Oh, maybe because Carney just stays on the ground after she tackles them. She just keeps wrestling.
She missed the first couple of weeks.
Oh, that's true.
True. Yeah, I forgot that she was out with the Geelong game. Yeah,
that's right. So I think she came back the second round 2, didn't she? She did come back round 2. She missed the pre-season.
Yeah, she missed a fair chunk of it.
Yeah, because she had a calf complaint. So.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go to the second one, 0 from 1. So who has had more spoils in total this year between Eliza Shannon and Erica O'Shea? Claire.
Oh, surely Shannon. Surely.
That's all right. You've gone Shannon. What about you, Jacinta?
Yeah.
Oh, I think O'Shea has a lot of intercepts, so for some reason that's going to add up to spoils. So I'm going to go with O'Shea.
Okay, so very different there. Well, Claire, you're 0 from 2.
Oh no!
Oh,
O'Shea with 19
Wow.
spoils and Eliza Shannon with 11.
Okay.
Oh.
O'Shea. I mean, she can do it all, can't she? What can't Erica O'Shea do at this
Yeah,
point?
I know, exactly. So I think you're right there, Jacinda. I think they must be counting intercepts as spoils as well.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was just a punch.
Same.
Yeah.
Like I would have thought a spoil is to like neutralize the ball. You don't have to win it, but they don't have to win it. You know, like as in like you've prevented them possession, but it could neutralize. But yeah, maybe intercepts count. I don't know. I'm learning more and more things about this game every week. To be fair,
It's getting a bit like that. All right, we'll go back to you, Jacinda.
Yeah.
Who has taken more marks inside 50 this year between the wingers, Tess Craven and Amy Smith?
Oh, I can really only picture Craven with more, so I'm just going to go Craven.
What about you, Claire?
Smith Smith kind of creeps inside 50, but then Craven. I think Smith only because Craven can run a more defensive route sometimes. Oh, but no, I'm just gonna go Smith just to be contrarian. Let's just go with that.
All right, Claire, you're on the board. So
Yes!
Oh, you're back.
7.
Finally.
Got 7 marks inside 50. And Tess Craven with 6 marks.
Oh, okay, very close. Good one.
Yeah, very close. All right, another midfield question. Over to you, Claire. So you go first this time. Who is averaging more score involvements per game this year between Mia King and Ruby Tripodi?
Oh, because Mia King has kicked a couple this year. Tripodi obviously
kicked 3, yeah.
Yeah, and Tripodi kicked one on the weekends. Oh, I'm gonna go Tripodi just because she likes to loop the ball over the top a fair bit, and that often results in a goal, I feel. So, yeah, I'm gonna go Tripodi for this one. I think not confidently though.
What about you, Jacinda?
My first thought was King because she gets more of the ball, but I do think Tripodi is that one that sets off the outside, lets loose with her handball. So I'm going to go with her because I reckon she gets 7 or 8 a game.
So you're both locked in Tripodi?
Yeah.
You're both correct. So
Yes.
Tripodi 4.3 scoring violence per game. Mia King 3.3.
Oh.
Interesting.
All right. So who am I going to first now? Jacinda, isn't it? So is it Jacinda or Claire?
Yes,
yeah, no,
yes.
it's just his turn.
Straight under the bus.
No, it's yours.
Don't need to get defensive, Claire. It's just a game, you know.
Yeah. No, just a game. That's all right.
Well, I think you're 2 from 4, both of you. So
That's good.
yeah, all right. Who has more goal assists in total this year between Blahin Bogue and Talia Randall?
Oh. That's really hard. That's a really bad one.
Yeah, it is a tough one.
They both give off a lot. They could both honestly have at least an extra 5 or 6 goals each. I'm going to say Randall. I don't really have any logic for it. I'm just going to go Randall.
Okay, Claire, what about you?
Yeah, I'm going to go Randall because I think Bogue does a bit more run and gun out the back and does have the open 50 to kick it. Oh, but then she kicked to Sheila on the weekend in the pocket. Did anyone see that? Did you guys see that really good kick? She kicked to Sheila in the pocket. I was just like,
it didn't look like it was going to work.
No, I was like, where have you gone, babe? Because the camera work was horrible, as per usual. But yeah, I was like, that was a really nice set play there. Well done, Bogue. But to answer your long-winded question, yeah, I still think Randall. I think just because, yeah, she's played the game a little bit longer and she knows how to feed more. But I'm welcome. It's wrong again, isn't it?
I hate to say, Claire, it is wrong. So, and Jacinda, so Randall with 7 and Bogue with 8. So,
oh, okay.
So this is a tiebreaker between you two, even though you're probably going on the same same path.
No,
So,
we have to go different. I promise this time.
All right. All right.
well, I got your favourite player here, Claire, in this question. So,
Oh,
who is
here we go.
averaging more score involvements per game this year between Bella Eddy and Elise O'Loughlin?
Oh, gotta be. Oh, but you know what? You'll stitch me up. Oh no, you're playing the weird reverse card where you think you're gonna freak me out, and then
You're
it's
just
not gonna freak me
overanalyzing.
out, and then I'm gonna
Yeah, I
take
know
it
she
too
is.
hard, and then it's just is so obvious the entire time. No, I reckon it's gonna be but O'Loughlin. Wait, what was this? Sorry, I feel like a little
Who's
kid at
averaging
school.
more score involvements
Yeah,
per
okay,
game this year
averaging.
between?
I was gonna
Yeah.
say because they've both missed a bit of games, but it's the average. I reckon it's O'Loughlin because she's been giving them off a fair bit. Like she hasn't been able to score because she's been assisting. So I'm gonna lock my girl, my little space cadet, Lime bicycle, coach bag wearing, Von Dutch patch wearing girl O'Loughlin here, please. I'm gonna lock her in.
Okay, so that's your final answer, Claire.
Yeah, it's my final answer.
What about you, Jacinta?
I will go with Eddie just because she's a little bit further up the field this year. Maybe she gets a little bit more involved in those chains.
Okay, well,
Here we
so
go.
you've gone different. So this is to break the tie. Claire?
You are a loser.
No, you won. So,
well done.
Lachlan 4.1 and Bella Eddy 3.6 per game.
Oh,
so
well,
both very good.
Thank you very much. But plot twisting, I've got a question for both of you now.
Okay, go for it.
Who can be the first to name all the players that have been involved in the 22 streak of North Melbourne's?
Well, I can name one definitely.
Okay, who? You can go
Jazz
first.
Ferguson.
Okay, yeah, your girl Jazz. All right, you've got one on the board. Who? Just go for it. Just
I'm
one
going
player.
Birch, Libby Birch.
Yeah, bulk flags Birch. She's
Yeah.
in there.
Yes.
Dean, your turn.
Bella Eddy. No, she's missed one.
Incorrect.
Randall.
All you've got to do now, right now, Justina, is you've got to just name one more player in the group of, I think, 7 that have consistently played in the streak.
I reckon Tess Craven's never injured. Let's go Tess.
You are correct.
Oh.
It is
Yeah.
Tess
What
Craven.
What are the rest of them? Who are the rest of them?
I honestly don't remember.
Kim Rennie.
Oh, you were just going, so you ran out after that.
You ran out after
running out of
2
players.
names.
No, Rennie was in there. I'm pretty sure Randall.
Yeah, Randall.
Astrodale, I'm pretty sure has played in the
she
streak.
would be, yeah.
Yeah. And
So that's 5.
yeah, there was someone. I think there's 7 of them. There's
Probably
7.
Tripodi. Is it Tripodi?
Is
Should
it
Oh,
be.
could be. Actually, it could be.
Tripodi. I don't know. I think Justina, you retweeted it, babe.
Oh,
well,
did she?
Oh no, that was yeah. I do remember doing that. Actually, Dean, you also did something with this tweet. That's why
Yeah,
I saw
that's
it.
why I saw it. And I thought,
I'm going to
that'll
go
be
to
a
it now.
plot
So.
twist question. Plot
Uh,
twist. But yeah, I think there's about 7 of them that have played in the streak. I think Justina, you wrote like since
Oh,
Libby
here it
Birch
is.
came
Yeah,
across.
Birch.
I did
That's
retweet
the
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Birch, Craven,
Yeah.
Ferguson, Randall,
Yeah.
Rennie, Riddell, Tripodi, and Amy Smith.
Oh, there you
Amy
go. So this
Smith.
is that 8, Dean? Did you do 8 or 7?
What did I say? 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 8.
8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go.
It's
Well done.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Like, I think out of all those, the one that I always forget about a lot is Amy Smith. Like, she's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah, I know.
she's so durable. Like, just
Yeah.
gets the job done and it's got better and better with each game. Like, there's always just backed herself in. And, like, out of all that group, I'm like, oh, yeah, Amy Smith. Like,
Oh, so if they rest Rennie, then we lose a member of that very exclusive club.
oh, yeah, true. True.
Oh, that's a bit sad.
I can't imagine Rennie wanting to. I think, if anything, it might be like a Shield or a King or something. I don't know. I don't.
Well, they're already out of the
Carney.
streak. They may as well.
Yeah. I don't
possibly. We'll see what happens at selection tomorrow. And it makes it very interesting anyway with what they plan to do. Oh, it's an extended bench, so it's more Friday, isn't it? So,
Yeah, it's more Friday. Dean, did you make a prediction? I forget. What did you say?
45 points.
Yeah,
something like that.
45.
So,
Okay.
yeah. No, I didn't make a prediction, but they're going to win. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, they've already secured top spot with 2 rounds to go, so that's always good.
I'm looking forward to seeing more of those Bogue sidestep goals. You know, those
Yeah, which she breaks the ankles and
Yeah.
the
They're
opposition.
grouse. I'm like, I welcome that. I think there could be a little bit more experimental this game with it being a little bit more, maybe a little bit more less pressure and stuff. Maybe that'll be
I think
interesting.
they'll go back to bouncing the footy because you could see they were quite nervous about bouncing on the weekend. Was it
Well,
AGM?
Bogue did one and it went straight on the on the ground.
And there was one where they should have bounced and they just got nervous and they didn't. And I was like, oh,
I
I
don't
hope
know.
that confidence comes back.
I don't know who's not teaching these girls though to almost like kick it out in front of them. Like,
True.
Yeah, you can do it like Gaelic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
that's
to,
actually a good idea.
Do you know what I mean? Like to actually bend it, and like obviously I know the roll's hard, getting the roll right, but I'm like, I reckon they should just kick it out in front of them. Or I also think that they should just touch the ball on the ground.
Yeah.
Do you know how you can bend over? Because I'm like, they've got time and space. Like
It looks
they've got
awkward,
enough
doesn't
time.
it, whenever those Irish girls bounce a ball. So
Oh,
Yeah.
mate, whenever they do, I'm like, I just think to myself,
Eric
I'd rather
O'Shea's probably got the best one that, as far as technique goes.
Yeah, I
It
agree.
looks natural,
I
whereas
agree.
the others are just like, oh my god, I can't watch this.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like, Vicky, I would rather you get like a running penalty. I don't care. Don't do that ever again. Just
Yeah.
or just
I'll never say
launch
that
the
to
ball.
Vicky's face though. So
Nuh-uh.
Oh, mate, I would never. Oh, yeah, her and Carney in a. Could you imagine her and Carney in a ring? Who you got? I wouldn't.
I'll go.
I maybe
Paul.
have. I maybe go Wall because she's a bit younger as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you
Oh,
say
I just
anything, Jacinta? Yeah.
I just don't think Carney's ever going to tap out. That's all.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, she could be bleeding.
Yeah.
She could just say, no, let's go again. Did you
Just
see
go.
her? Did you see her? And I loved watching her and Hatchard have a wrestle on the weekend. That was
Yeah, that's
funny.
good. That's good value.
Yeah, it's good value. I like it when the oldies and like the inaugurals kind of have that mutual respect and hate / love for each other. I find that it's good for the game. I like that.
She's
But yeah,
actually
the
quite a
showdown-
nice girl, like Emma Carney. You wouldn't think she's like that, like off the field. You wouldn't think she's like that on the field. Like she just something happens to her as soon as she steps out on the
Yeah,
field.
it's the
which is
fever,
good.
isn't it?
Yeah, I like the competitive streak.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's quite a nice girl off the field as well. So.
Yeah, different, completely like bipolar. Like I remember seeing the video of Lahin Bogue's sister coming out and like them doing that circle and they're singing the song and she's like standing next to her and Carney's just wrapped and very excited and everything and obviously was in the hub and did all like the inclusion in the huddle and stuff like that. Like she's obviously an incredibly kind person, but yeah, obviously gets massive white line fever when she steps on the field. So I'm glad she plays for us as opposed to anyone else because I reckon if she played for someone else, I'd really quite dislike her.
Yeah, she's that type. Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
Libby Birch.
Yeah.
From
Yeah,
Melbourne.
that's so true. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Fair call.
Anyways, ladies, any final thoughts out there, Jacinta, before I let you go and get some sleep?
No, just hope this is our last game in Tassie. That's all. That's all I can say.
I don't know if it is, to be honest
Oh,
with you.
no,
Yeah,
I
got no
hate that
idea at the moment.
Tasmanian kangaroos. I hate that.
Yeah, I have noticed that. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I
That's
kind of
just-
get that vibe from you, Jacinta. So.
Oh, that's something I could go on and on. I could have bought so many jumpers, but I hate when it says Tasmania, so I don't get them. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry about that.
No, all good, Jacinta. Tell us what you really think next time and next week. So that sounds good. Claire, any final thoughts?
Nah, just hope for. I mean, no, actually, you know what? Final thought: no injuries. No injuries. Get the win. That's what I care about this week. I mean, honestly, like, yeah, it's always nice to get a win, but let's just get unscathed and really prep for the finals tilt that I know is coming. And I know you hate Tasmania, but I always kind of think about how Mia King and Brejnahan are from Tassie. So, like, and we got them from it. So I'm like, look, as much as I hate that little Tasmanian thing, I'm like, I love Mia King and I love Flash. So,
All right, that's fair. That's very fair.
They're the silver linings to the North Melbourne Tasmanian, all Irish, all Australian Kangaroos.
We also got Brooke Brown from the Tassie too.
Yeah, that's right. God, she's respectfully regressed. Done it for her.
That's putting it really nicely, Claire.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but
she's
no one's
fallen off a cliff.
No one's gotten better, have they? Unfortunately. So
Probably that. Geez, how could I forget her name? The girl from Hawthorn, Gilroy.
Yeah.
She's probably has improved a little bit.
yeah, but she doesn't get into her starting.
Nah, she wouldn't. Yeah.
No,
She's
no.
33 years old now, too.
Yeah. Like her and Cashy and Hawthorn, good luck to them. But and obviously it was really nice seeing Cashy because she's just really good mates with Randall on the weekend, supporting her in the 100th game. So I thought that was really special and nice.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I mean, final thoughts, no injuries, get the win. Let's kind of move towards finals now. I'm not over the home and away season. That's probably not fair to say, but I'm a little bit like it's whatever. Let's get to finals, I think. So let's just get the job done at this point, Dean.
No, sounds good. Jacinta, thanks so much for coming on tonight. I'll chat to you next week.
Yes, thanks for having me, Dean. Go Kangas.
Sounds good. Claire, thank you so much. Always a pleasure every week. Thanks so much for coming on, and I'll chat to you next week.
Sounds good, Dean. Have a good one, guys.
No, thank you very much to all you listeners for tuning in tonight. Don't forget, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell the girls how poor they were on the trivia tonight. Until then, I'll probably be back next week at some point. I'm not too sure yet, but until